So this should solve the issue in the basement. So what's going to happen is the vent that's currently there, which is this thing, it's like a cap so you can clean the pipes. So I'm going to cut the old one off, and then on the right side of this, that's going to join on to where the old one was. Then the new pipe's going to go in there, and I'll still have a vent, and then the collar will join the two pipes together. Plumbing genius with Brian. I am quite amazed and happy that I was able to come in here and find exactly what I need, because usually when I come in here, I do wander about for a bit trying to figure out, is that the thing I need? Is this the thing I need? But it was all in one place, so very useful. Now, we need a chain from a chainsaw as well. Right, so I got my plumbing bits, new chains for all the chainsaws. It sounds like I have a lot of chainsaws. I have 3 chainsaws. One of them isn't working and I can't remember which one, but I do know I need chains for all of them. Now, I have to go and get something YouTubery. Don't judge me. Camera, Brian, camera. YouTube. Because you see, the thing I have to go and get is a light. Now, when you make YouTube videos, like this moron, light is very important, as I found out. I don't really think about light much, other than it's a sunny day, or, you know, when you're trying to make toast in the dark. But you don't really generally waddle about through life thinking about lighting conditions. Well, let me tell you something. When you make YouTube videos, you start thinking about them an awful lot. Especially in the winter. You see, I have noticed of late, especially on these dim days and early nights, that the image quality on my camera isn't fantastic in low light conditions. And that's because it's a good camera, but it's not a super duper camera. It's like your entry-level Sony vlogging camera. And since I'm going to be spending a bit of time in the workshop this winter, I figure I better get the right tool for the right job. So I need a proper light. And not like a light bulb, I'm talking about light specifically designed for filming with. Sounds pathetic, I know. Unfortunately, Action don't have any for a £5, so I'm going to have to see if this place has some. This is the thing I'm on about. It's called a ring light, and the idea is you put your camera in the middle, and this is a light, and it creates a, I don't know, creates good light for filming with. Unfortunately, the only ones I seem to be able to find are ones with this flimsy thing here, and I don't think that's going to last too long. Not good. Aye, fridge cam again. So I don't think they have anything that's going to suit, because I only have those flimsy things that hold a telephone and not a camera. So I may have to expand my search to Amazon, or just go home and see what like spotlights and sidelights I have lying about the place, and see if I can MacGyver up something. I better go, because there's a lady over there looking at me talking into a fridge. So, well, catch you later. Right, job's time. Right, time for some chainsaw TLC. Let's let a bit of light in here. It's a lovely sunny day. Well, it's cloudy but sunny. It's not raining, that's the main thing. Now, every year, let me start at the beginning. I have 3 chainsaws on this farm, and, well, kind of came about them by accident, really. Got this one as a present, which is quite nice tidy little saw, nice and cheap. I bought this one when I moved here, and then I saw one on Facebook Marketplace for 100 quid. For that one, and that's a really super duper one. I've already changed the chain in that one. But what I like to do every winter is get new chains. So what I do is I buy a new chain for each saw, sometimes 2, every winter. These ones are quite good. And I change the chains, and then I sharpen them throughout the winter as needed, and then I'll replace them the following winter. And I usually get away with, if I'm not being silly, I usually get away with one chain that will last me a year if I keep looking after it and sharpening it and stuff like that. I'm not a great fan of sharpening chains on chainsaws. Nick loves it. Nick makes his own chains. I don't, because I haven't got the skill, so I go and buy them. You can get like Stihl branded ones, whatever they call them, but they're twice the price. But these ones were a tenner each, and they do the job basically. So that's what we want to do today. So what we're going to do, change a couple of chains, give the saws a check over, run them up, and make sure everything's cool. So let's start with the basics. You need to take these two bolts off, remove this cover, take the chain bar off, give it a good clean inside, change the chain, put it all back together again. Easy peasy. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes. Why are you banging on about chainsaws, Brian? Well, I'll tell you. If you are thinking of moving to rural France, you're going to need a chainsaw. Trust me. If for nothing else than on those windy, stormy winter's days, you find a tree or a branch has come down on your property and you need to cut it up and get it out of the way. 2 bolts, don't lose them. Plastic cover, don't lose that either. So after you get that off, the bar will just pop out like that. And that's your chainsaw. That's the saw bit of it. No, that's the saw, doesn't matter. That's the motor. So that's a chain brake. If your saw... I'm going to explain this. Say you're cutting something with the chainsaw and you hit something and the bar pops back up, or the whole saw pops back up in front of you. This will pop forward like that and it'll stop the saw, so you won't cut yourself, obviously. So just release that, and that way this thing will spin. That's what spins the chain, this thingy here. I'm sure there's a technical term for it. Let's just call it a thingy. So we're going to give that a bit of a clean, give it a bit of a wipe down, put a new chain on that, stick it all back together, see if it'll turn on. Three saws ready for action. It's also a good idea to clean out and check the air filters on those saws in case they're a bit dusty and dirty. Now, what's next? Right, Pascal, you're going to have to be a normal van for a little while. The old Super Sank needs to be pulled in here for a bit of work. Right. Here's my trolley. There it is. Well, that was a busy weekend. Just spent it running around the place, getting bits and pieces together that I'm going to need to push forward with some jobs around the farm next week, because I'm planning on doing loads of stuff around here next week. Now, some jobs I'll be starting and finishing next week. Some jobs I'll only be able to start and not quite finish because other things need to happen. But I'm planning to do a good bit of work around here next week. And the weather's supposed to be very good, so that's going to help, because I think I'll be back and forth doing stuff and I'll be pretty busy. and good weather always helps with that. So yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a lot happening here in the next few days. The news for the channel is, well, there's two bits of news. The first bit of news is I got contacted by a company who said, we would like to sponsor one of your videos. And I went, okay. I like, proper sponsor. And they said, well, I said, well, what do you want me to showcase? Because normally when people sponsor a video, they give you money, but they want you to showcase something. And, you know, a lot of it's guff. But the thing they want me to showcase, the product they want me to showcase, is actually something I almost bought about a week and a half before they contacted me. So don't tell them that. But I was like, well, cool, that passes my test of would I use that thing in real life? And I think you probably would get a kick out of it as well. So that's one bit of good news, a sponsored video. It's not something I thought I'd ever hear myself say. Anyway, the other bit of good news, I think, is that I'm gonna open a shop for the channel. Now, I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work, but basically, I think under the videos, you'll be able to buy, I don't want to say what it is, let's just say merchandise. It's not a huge amount of merchandise, but it's just sort of, you can buy bits and bobs. There you go, bits and bobs will be available to purchase if you want. Please don't feel any pressure to do it, but I'm just going to try it. And the reason I'm trying it, and the reason I've agreed to do the sponsored video is, the roof of my farmhouse needs changing. I've known this for a while. I have been saving and saving for it for a while as well. And these two little ventures, I suppose, will just help me do that. Someone actually asked me, was I going to open a Patreon account? Now, no is the answer to that. When the channel first started, I actually registered one, so no one else could register it in the channel name, but it's not published, it's not going to be published, and it's just sort of, it's just there in case someone else tries to start a Brian's Life in France Patreon thing. So it's not active, it's not going to be active. I think Patreon works fantastically well if you have a project that, like a classic car or a chateau or something like that. If you have a project that you are then filming that project and its progress and putting it out into the world for people to watch, Patreon is a great vehicle, I think, for people to be able to go, I'm really interested in that project, so I'm going to support you as a patron so you can continue that project and continue filming it and putting it out into the world. That's where Patreon works fantastically. It's not for me. This is my farm, this is my home, and it's my responsibility. So, and it's my responsibility to save up money, earn money to change the roof. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't want anyone to, I don't like the idea of people just giving me money for just living my life. I'd much rather people get stuff in return. So whether that be people liking a video or liking a vlog and leaving me a little coffee thing, that's sort of a transactional thing. You get a nice video, or you're happy with a video and I get a coffee thing. Or this shop thing when it goes online, if people want to go, yeah, I'll buy that thing from the shop. They're getting a thing and they're paying for it, and that money then pays for the roof. So it's not just, I don't like the idea of just people sending money, because it just doesn't sit well with me. So that's the crack. Now, sorry if that was a bit of a ramble. It's the third time I've tried to explain it, and hopefully this is the least rambly version. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cook something nice for dinner tonight, because I've been sort of on the go all weekend and snacking and eating sort of, not rubbish, but just snacking all weekend. And I think I need to just cook a nice dinner, light the fire, get my head straight for next week, and just start now on Monday, tomorrow, getting these jobs smashed out. So thank you very much for watching the vlog. I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a calmer weekend than I had, because I was all over the place. But I'm going to relax for the afternoon. I hope you do as well. And I'll see you soon.